Clair lune from scratch. Okay, so now let's go on to the very next measure, and let's clip that out. And now we're in measure 22. Okay. Copy that. Now to save a little bit of time, I went ahead and moved this previous measure over. I want to have the next measure placed adjacent to that so that we can see the transition. Again, we're going to have a similar transition to what we saw in the previous two measures. We're going to see a change from duple to triple rhythm. Okay? But let's go ahead and first map out our notes. Okay, we had a B flat, if you recall, previously in the previous measure over here. Now we're going to be moving up a little bit. Okay, so again, from the F clef over here, F, D, and then this is going to be a C. Can you see that? Okay, and that's another octave here, so just save a little bit of time. It's right down here. Okay, and now let's go ahead and take a look at the right hand. All right, you should recognize this by now. We've been seeing a lot of these G flats. Okay, so again, we have G flat octaves, and if you look carefully, just ignoring the middle notes, it's kind of the same pattern. Just kind of jump backwards a little bit. Do you recognize what we saw over here? Okay, kind of the same kind of line over here. See that? Okay. Okay. So we have a similar line over here, but take a look at this one. It's a little bit. It's almost the same, but the inner notes are slightly different. Okay, so let's take a look at what those inner notes are right now. So, okay, we have a G flat on top, G, E flat over here, okay, and then D, C, B, or B flat, okay? So we have an E flat in the middle and a B flat in the middle, okay, and that's going to look like this, okay? We have 4 of those. Let me just quickly show you what we had previously. We had almost the same notes, except for instead of that B flat, we had a C the first time. Okay? Now, whoops, I'm going backwards instead of forwards. Let's go forwards. Now we have, instead of a C, we're changing to a B flat, okay? Now we're going to change our fingerings to accommodate that new, we had this previously. We have a new shape now because of this. So we're going to change our fingerings, use a 4 here instead of a 3, and a 2 down here, okay? So let me write down that fingering here. So a lot of similarities, but a very different hand shape. And these 2 fingers in the middle are going to be the different ones, okay? So, okay. Now the cool thing about this next chord is that it's kind of the same shape. Let me just show you what the notes are very quickly. So we're going from an E flat here in the middle. Okay, here's G flat, E flat, and this E flat is going to move up to an F over here. And this B flat over here is going to move up to a C. What this basically means, I don't know if you can eyeball this, but you can see that these thirds and these thirds are kind of the same shape. And this is what's going to happen. Okay, remember the cookie cutter idea? We've been learning that with our octaves. We're going to be cookie cuttering, if there's such a word as that, cookie cutting chords. Okay, so the same finger sets, 5, 4, 2, 1, just keep the same finger sets. Move it over for this, okay? So it's actually quite comfortable, really not so bad, all right? So we're in the left hand, getting back to this, we're going from a C, okay, and we're going to do something kind of similar to this. We're going to use the same kind of a cookie cutter approach. I think that's the simplest way to approach this, okay? Let's quickly map out these notes. F line over here, so the next one over here is a G or a G flat, okay? Skip, B flat, okay? Ledger line, space, and then the next line over here is going to be an E flat over here. So you can see those notes, E flat, B flat, and G flat. And I'm going to use a 1, 2, 4. Note that a lot of these, 4 of these are the same. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to move up to this chord, okay, which is a little different, but the shape is the same. So I can use the same fingerings. Okay, this moves up 1, this moves up 1, this moves up 1. See how that goes? So E flat moves to F, B flat moves to C, this moves to an A flat. Okay, so it's really not that hard. Take a look at this. Keep my same cookie cutter shape, 1, 2, 4. And then I'm going to move up to this, and then right back. See how that goes? Okay, so put the whole thing together, it's going to look like this. Okay, ready? Okay, so, and again, as we talked about previously in terms of the rhythm, we have the same change over from the buzzing rhythm to the bumblebee. Okay, the duple, the triplets. Okay, let me just draw that a little better here. Okay, those are where the beat placements are going to be. So I'm going to start from here once again, and you can hear how these two measures connect. Okay, duples, so buzzing, 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 buzzing. Now here, bumblebee, bumblebee. Okay, and again, you have an option of pedaling either the whole measure through, or if you want, you have the option. I'll just put the option in blue so you can see that's an optional thing. You can also change at the last beat over here. So the second option, change the pedal, and then change if you want. Okay, some people like to clean it up that way. It's really up to you. Okay, so very good. We've gone on to measure 22. I'll see you at the next lesson, and we'll go even further. Okay.